The second thing that maximum seller and big brands make a mistake is they are just focused on their Acos getting profitable from the first day. They are not focused on making the machine learning of Amazon adjust and settle in. So Amazon needs data, and when Amazon has the data for your product, trust me, your ACOS will be so low. But for that period, let's assume we generally take it at 7 to 14 days. We will not touch our campaign before that. But there is a reason for it. Any new campaigns that you're creating, let it be for at least 7 days. Because of machine learning of Amazon, the 8-10 algorithm for the search will adjust, and it adjusts within that period. And after that, you can do whatever you want with downloading the search term report, optimizing the campaigns and all. And one thing I want to say is, you can't be profitable if you're expecting, unless you are in a very low competitive market, which obviously we mainly focus on. But when you are in a very high competitive market, let's talk about supplements. Then trust me, your ACOS in the starting will never be such low or profitable if you want, unless it is a very unique type of thing. But if it is a common competitive thing, then your ACOS will be high. But you have to wait for at least 7 days to get the data, then optimize it. And obviously, maximum people, what they do is they just start with keywords that they're getting from either Helium 10 or some other search, like the keyword research tool. Instead, what we do is we focus on the last 7 days data from brand analytics, not even last 30 days, because 30 days will be not that relevant for us. So we take that 7 days data based on click share, not conversion share, because we don't know if a product is converting for a keyword or search term. Our product is going to convert for that or not. So we take the click share and then the keyword search terms in the click share. Then we run phrase and exact, not broad, because broad, listen, if you're targeting in broad, if you're targeting a bottle keyword in broad, even a customer searches for a cup, it may show up. So broad is actually really broad, and trust me, you're going to spend a lot in broad. Do not focus on broad unless you're very, very confident about it. We use broad in certain cases, but that is very often. There are some products that works really well for broad, and we can tell them easily by looking at the keywords. But if you're getting the data from search term, from brand analytics, since those are search term, customer search term, those are not keywords, those are customer search terms. So when you're using customer search term, there is no need to run broad match. Exact and phrase is okay if you're separating those by placements. The third thing that maximum seller does is they do not differentiate their product. Obviously, Amazon advertisement is not a magic. It is only working. The third thing that maximum Amazon seller or big brand does is they make a really big mistake. Now, big brands, obviously, if they're big, they do not have to do so much. Once you have a good market, once you have 2-3 products well differentiated, you can launch normal products. Okay. Now that is a little bit deep. We have to discuss in detail about that in later videos about that. So for the new sellers, what they do is they just launch the same product what others are selling. They do not just do the research. They do not validate the product, whether the product is going to make sales or not. They just see, okay, this product is doing well, let's launch it. They do not just take care of the reviews that the competitor has. Okay. And they launch the same product and expect to be profitable on those. Obviously, it can be profitable, but it takes a lot of time to rank on those products. The keywords on those products takes a lot of time to rank. And during those period, it may be 7 days, 14 days, your price will be lower, your cost will be damn high. So you have to bear with those charges. You have to understand this is a machine learning thing. It is not like a magic. You turn on Amazon advertisement, you turn on your campaigns, and you start getting sales at like 5% cost. It is not going to happen. Trust me. We have been working for 3 years on this type of things, and we have seen those never works. Amazon advertisement is not magic. You have to optimize it. You have to give it time to optimize it, and without differentiating, without the right product selection, your cost will be damn high. And that is maybe the only reason. Since our students, private label machines membership, what we do is we are mainly focused on differentiating product, adding bundles. We never launch the same product. So even though my student gives me product for validation, I tell them strictly, do not enter without validation. Okay. So obviously that is the only reason our ACOS is so high. Now the new strategies that we are doing, we are separating each campaigns, each keywords by placements, and we are seeing ACOS like 0.32, 5%, 2%, and for the top of the search, it is a little bit higher, like 12%, 13%, 15%, highest maybe 18%. Because every keyword or campaign we are telling as keyword because we run one keyword in one campaign. Obviously, we deal with search terms, not keywords, but let's call it that way for better understanding. So, top of the search remains high a little bit, but not that high. It will be under 20%, obviously. Since we are separating our budget is like 50 rupees per keyword. So again, what we do is we separate those out for the product page. The ACOS will be remain so low. For the top of the search, the ACOS is a little bit higher. But every keyword, if it is crossing a 30% limit, 30% ACOS limit, we take a special attention on that. Why it is happening? We download the search term report. If it is a phrase, then trust me, you are going to get a lot of long tail bad phrase matches. So we just take the search term report, then we download the bulk operation file template. We just take all the search terms that are not converting. We have some metrics. If the click is above a certain level, we are going to pause it. If the spend is a certain level, we are going to pause it. Then we take those keywords, search terms from search term report, we put it as a negative exact in the bulk operation file. So this is what you have to do. But main thing first, the product differentiation is the key. And trust me, if you're bundling your product, if you're differentiating from the first day, you can expect to be profitable because you're not competing with the rest of products. You are a complete separate product now. That is where we just do not compete and dominate in the market. And that is why my brand is